I'm Zach.
And I'm Jaden.
We started making movies together when we were just kids.
Oh, baby.
College happened and we fell out of touch a bit.
Years later, a leap of faith
And a hint of stupidity.
pushed us to move to Nashville.
Our love for creating media has only grown since childhood.
So we're starting a show together.
You're listening to the Rice Fire Podcast.
I want to thank you guys for having
Check, check, check. Hey, hey. Okay, I think we're rolling.
Rolling.
Let's do it.
What's up, nannies?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Rise Fire Podcast. This is episode
8.
number 8, and we have our parents here. Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
It's good.
First time guest.
So our parents are visiting from Nebraska. You guys drove up last night. How was the drive?
It was good. We had a family reunion in Branson, Missouri, and then we drove to Arkansas to see family, and then came here to Nash.
Nice. It's exciting. Sounds fun. Family stuff.
It's a long, boring trip.
And you have like a 14 or 15-hour drive home.
Right.
Wednesday or Thursday?
It'll go quick.
Yeah. It'll be good.
Right, it'll go fast.
Nice. You can listen to some
Anyone thirsty?
old-timer tunes. Oh, yeah. Let's pop these babies open. Oh, yeah. Cheers it, shall we? Don't spill on the computer. God bless it. Dude, you're so close to spilling.
I'll be hanging out over here.
Oh, my God. Dude.
Hey, baby, don't throw me in the corner.
Come on.
Come on.
God bless you. So the fam's here. We're hanging out. Let's have a family round of applause for Jaden starting her new job today. Everyone,
Yeah.
good job. Jaden started her job at Postmates today.
Toasty Toasties, as
And
Dad
you're-
likes to call it.
Toast toasties.
Toast Toasties.
And you're not even a driver. You're corporate.
I'm corporate,
You're
baby.
like a lawyer.
Merchant support. This is Jaden. How can I help you? I don't even know what I'm supposed to say.
Is that what you learned today?
I don't know what I'm
in
supposed to
training.
She wasn't listening.
She was looking for the paid time off
say. I was
schedule.
doing one of these.
She was asking where the vacations
What?
forms were.
Vacation form.
Is it lunch yet?
But you said there's like free snacks and
Yeah, you walk in and it's like an all white and like that light washed wood
Mhm.
kind of interior. Like it's super like modern or whatever.
yeah.
And they have like a whole kitchen bar with like big bowls of big brass bowls.
Big brass bowls.
But they have like bananas, apples, oranges, all these fruits. Then they have like crackery snacks, a whole fridge of like soy milks,
That's luxury.
coffee?
almond milk, free giant Keurig machine. It's like touchscreen.
Oh,
How many
nice.
different kinds of crackery desserts do they have there or snacks?
They have like pretzels. You can get bagels and English muffins, and then they have.
And those are crackery?
Oh, I'm just thinking of everything.
Crackery baby.
I don't know what all the other ones were. They were like, like the coffee cookies and that kind of stuff.
Dude, I'm stoked for you.
Yeah, it
We're
was
all
awesome.
so
Yeah,
happy.
they were
We
excited.
We were all praying for Jaden that
Yeah.
she would get this job and it'd be like a good start for her life in Nashville.
That's right.
And it's an answer to prayer.
It really is.
Amen. Amen.
So is that LaCroix speck on your lip. That looks good.
Saving her for later.
It's kind of cute. Dad took Jaden to work today.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like getting dropped off in grade school.
And we've
Yeah.
seen a bunch of kids along the way that were being their first day of school in Nashville. So it's like
That is
taking my
crazy.
little 22-year-old third grader to school. It was pretty sweet.
That is really awesome.
Yeah, it is.
That's so cool. So the first day went well.
First day went well, yeah.
excited?
I'm very excited.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I think there's like tons of room for like advancement and like quick too if you prove yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the next podcast I'll be manager.
Yeah. That is really nice though, because it's not like you're going in with a sense of like hope and ability to progress instead of just like a dead end like
Yeah, and most people there are young, and they like help you get to the next spot. They're not like just gonna let you sink or swim. Like
That's
they're
cool.
there to like
That's
keep you
good.
going.
That's
so.
good to
I
have
feel
that
like
team.
that's what I've seen in Nashville so far is like in the film community, the very few people I know, like everybody's about like trying to help each other get gigs and support each other instead of like just like negative competition.
Yeah.
Trying to overcome everyone and take all the stuff. Like that's really cool that this is like a supportive community, which I love.
For sure.
That's so exciting
Yeah.
to be a part of a city like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just cool. While you were at work, I uploaded all of our home videos. I spent so long, like, I took all of our home videos, like the 8mm tapes and the big VHS tapes, put those like in a converter, into a VHS player, into like a digital cable into my computer. Finally got them, and I had to take each tape and cut them into individual like clips, but it's all finally like uploaded on the cloud. So we were watching like home videos of us on the TV when you were at work, which was so funny.
And that's
Yeah, that's
awesome
good.
because, like, for me, that's like huge. Like, what a gift, because
Yeah.
these tapes were just hanging around the house forever.
Forever.
And then Zach puts them together like this. It's like,
It's so weird, like watching those. It feels like you're in a time machine. Like seeing myself as a little kid, I feel like I shouldn't be able to see that.
Yeah, it's like cheating.
But I'm so thankful that you guys bought an old camcorder and like, you always like, oh, we're gonna talk to the camera.
yeah,
again. Like,
everything
how
was
old
an
are you?
interview.
Yeah.
Like, I was always interviewing you guys.
But
Okay,
so
how old are
glad you
you this time we're on film? How old are you now?
And in the moment, we were probably like, oh, not again.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I'm so stoked that we have that, which is crazy.
Yeah.
There's footage of you, like, right before you give birth to Jaden. And Dad's filming you,
I
and
sent
you're
that
like,
to them.
Mike, stop. He's like, oh, put
I
the camera
do
down.
not remember.
And then the next scene,
seeing
Jaden's
that.
in the house. It's crazy.
Like, so many of the times we filmed it and then put the camera away, and I don't think we even looked at the film.
Well, it's probably
back then.
difficult to review stuff because you rewind on this.
Yeah,
little,
you just and
There's no screen on the camera. On that old JVC one.
you forget what you have.
Yeah.
And then like some of the stuff you put together, it's like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad we filmed that because
Yeah.
I forgot.
It's so special. I love
Yeah,
that.
tell me about it.
Now we're making more movies together.
right.
Yeah.
We're just
I know,
We're not
this is
babies
great.
anymore. We have our own place.
Well, that was what was cool is that I filmed to a certain point, and then you guys got older and you took the camera and you started filming each other
Mm-hmm.
and your friends. I didn't even have to do it. Well, occasionally.
Yeah.
I remember there was one time Zach's like, you guys had friends. Remember the Shub Kegels?
Yeah.
They stayed with us a few
I
days out of
just
one
saw
summer.
that video the other day.
And we're like, let's go to the Battle Creek Park. You wanted to go there.
Oh,
So you're
yeah.
like, Mom, film us. I'm like, okay, it's not gonna be great, but we just did.
Tried to
and
make an
I
action
filmed it.
movie.
You guys were on the army tanks and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
That's
remember?
awesome.
That's crazy. That stuff makes me so happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a scene where so Jaden was the Hulk. She had a green T-shirt on and like some cut off jorts.
I think we showed that in like episode 5.
I think we showed it at
Well,
the end.
Jaden was always the villain.
I wanted
Never
to be,
the superhero.
I always made her be
the villain.
Except for this time, I got to be the Hulk.
Oh, true. Yeah. Yeah.
But
You,
she was
Oh,
always
I
tougher
guess-
than the boys that were in it.
I
so
guess
you had to make sure the toughest
It
one
seems
was
like
the tough
that
one.
the Hulk is the villain, but he's not.
yeah.
Sorry.
Just break stuff. But there's a scene where Jaden's the Hulk fighting me. I'm a regular Joe. And Jaden and I go to punch and our hands collide and we start laughing. We're like, ow, ow. And we're trying to be serious. And we're like, oh. And I'm like, Mom, stop. I'm like trying to get Mom to stop. And she zooms on me and she goes, Zach, die. And she's trying to like make the video good, but it seems like so funny and ridiculous. Like,
Loud director.
die. Just telling your kid to die instantly.
Oh, that's funny.
I will, and now like that's my passion, making videos. and
Yeah.
not dying, making videos.
Yeah, making videos
But
for sure.
that's so cool. So like, what was it like having two rambunctious children running around with a camera and being creative in a town where you had to be?
I loved it. I mean, when we moved from our old house to the house in the country, we didn't have television that first summer.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, you guys just go get your backpacks and go on a journey. You
Yeah,
know, and you
journeys.
did. You were
Journeys.
We
like,
would always go on journeys.
you went in the back and there's like
Dirt.
haystacks all over, and you guys would like climb the haystacks.
the creepy lady.
crazy lady
And then
in the
remember
blue van.
Yeah, and yeah, you weren't supposed to be way back there.
Yeah.
But
We would venture off into this like field behind our property, and play on these hay bales, and this lady would come drive into the field with her van. We
And
called her.
circle 'em.
And I did not know that.
And
Yeah.
she was like, "Those aren't your hay bales. Get
She would
off
circle the hay bales, and we just
In
called
a
her the crazy
van.
lady in the
So
blue
we
van.
would hide. There was like 2 rows, and we would hide in the crease, and we just lay there.
Yeah, we just lay there. She obviously knew we were there.
Nah.
She's doing cookies around the hay bales.
Who was the 2 boys that used to have the show on TV and they always went on like adventures? The Kraft
Oh,
brothers?
the
or-
Kraft Brothers.
Kraft
They did
Brothers.
the lemur.
Right, and I
barely
always,
remember
when
that.
you guys have your little backpacks and take off, like you guys were going on some adventure, you know, so that was always pretty
We would
good.
go out into the woods and
Yeah.
like try to build forts and stuff.
Or that the trench by the train tracks in Hayter. Remember that?
Trench. The trench? Wait, oh, under that bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like 2. There was a trench, and then you get over it, and then you go under the bridge.
Oh yeah, that was. We had good times just exploring.
And then you guys like painted, you colored, you started creating, you had your friends over, you started filming.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, I think, how how creativity starts
Yeah.
is you have to use your imagination, you know.
I'm glad
and
we
have
were
that
forced
time.
into that.
Yeah.
Well, I knew when the time was that we need to get you guys TV, though. It was football season.
You know we
I
wanted to
knew
watch
you
the
guys
Cowboys.
wanted to watch the Cowboys and the Huskers, so
What we dreamed about.
I went ahead and broke and went ahead and go ahead and had the dish
You're a good
installed.
dad.
So I did everything I could for you.
You're being selfless.
Well, that's the way I am.
God bless you, sir.
I'd had enough video. I wanted to watch
Get
some-
out.
These home videos are crap. Give me some football.
I think every time he made a video, the lens cap stayed on. Those are cool.
Or you remember when Mom, we were at Disney World and she made the video and she thought she had a camera and she
Sideways.
would turn it sideways and
Oh my god.
I don't know why.
You'll
why
never live that one.
I did that. Why
we'd
did
be
I
sitting there
think
watching it. Pretty
technology
soon all
did
the
that?
family's
The,
doing
the
this.
video slowly tilts to vertical, and so does everybody's
And
head.
everybody's going this way. And
That-
creative. You-
I don't
you
know
created an
where that
experience.
came from.
You helped people. I think Mom was helping people do yoga at home. All right.
That's
now
like,
let's
Kids,
do
oh.
there's Cinderella.
Stretch your neck.
That's
Bend
so
to that.
embarrassing now. We watch that and we're like
We
going
gotta watch that one.
sideways. Like,
We gotta watch that one
why
tonight.
did I do that?
Lens cap on, turn it sideways.
You know, with the video, I think the neatest one that I seen, and you guys made a bunch of them, but there was one play you guys made with all the kids in that little school, and I just thought that was because I actually, when I had to go that night, I was saying, well, we're going to sit through another kids play. You know, I mean,
Crap.
I didn't say that, but yeah, I just really enjoyed it, and if you listen to it and watch it again, there's so many people just laughing.
You watched the
It's
whole thing.
I watched the whole thing again.
Genuinely
Yeah,
laughing?
genuine laughing. You can hear my mom
Remember
in the
when
background.
Zach
You
was
can
the
hear
big bad
Jennifer.
wolf?
You were
Yeah, I was-
hilarious in that play. I
Yeah.
sucked.
I was the pig.
No.
You were the
Yeah,
you were
you
the
guys were
dude.
pigs.
Built my house out of big tough bricks
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yes, yes.
And I was like, flexing.
pig. You were a patient pig.
But it was really very, very well done for a bunch of young kids. I mean, not
It
just you
was.
two. I
It
mean,
was like-
Brandon Sothan did a fantastic
Oh,
job.
he was your little sidekick.
He was the
He was my
lawyer.
attorney.
He was the attorney.
Oh,
I
And you
remember-
could hear Ground Carter laughing in it. I was like, oh,
her
she's
laugh
there.
was iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
it's beautiful.
awesome.
And then who's the young man that played the boy that cried wolf?
Oh,
Paul.
Paul Una.
Oh, my
he's
goodness,
just hilarious. And he only has one line, but he can never remember. He kept looking over.
He had, all he had to say the wolf, and he would forget saying the wolf, and he'd be like, it was
Oh,
the
yeah.
wolf.
And then he would sing it. You know, he looked like a little farmer. It was awesome. It was really, really good.
We'll have to show a clip of that.
I remember
at the end.
practicing and practicing and practicing for that play. Like, we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a lot. of
You
that.
can tell.
You and Carissa and Autumn did a great job. And then
Thanks.
your lawyer was the
Sam
other
Munoz.
Sam Munoz.
Oh,
Hilarious.
that's right.
And he
And
gets
he-
no respect, and he
he
had a
sounded
bunch of
like
one-liners
Rodney
like Rodney
Dangerfield.
Dangerfield. He did a great job.
Dad was like, every time someone would forget a line, Dad would start crying.
Yeah,
it's
he
so funny.
thought it was hilarious
When
to
someone
mess
would
up.
stutter, you're like,
I want to watch
making fun of
that.
these little
It's
fourth
really
graders.
good. It's really good.
He was crying.
Yeah, I thought it was.
That's cool that
It's better than anything on TV today. I liked it.
Seth was the
judge.
and he always needed his pills.
He had
He
a
had
George Washington wig.
Looked
Hilarious.
like 2 rolls of toilet paper with a towel.
Enough.
Yeah.
They had all those
Big-
medicine pill bottles.
And then at the very end, you bring in little Jensen, Raby,
Oh, yeah.
who's the little old
He's a
lady.
He's the
grandma.
granny.
Yeah, he is.
The
funny.
granny.
And
A
she.
little bit of cross dressing at a Lutheran
Right,
school.
right.
Gotta get it
Oh,
in there.
because Lil Allison was Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she did a really good job.
But yeah, it was
Let's
cool.
get us all back together and shoot
remake
another.
the play.
Oh,
But it was
that
cool,
was
like
great.
having that creative environment when you're in a school with like 25 total students. You have to do something creative.
And your school did that. Like
Yeah.
it really.
we got lucky. We had
Yeah,
awesome teachers.
Really
Well, that, you had a lot of
encouraged your
kids that were,
creativity.
that it was in a small enough environment they didn't feel that intimidated.
Yeah.
That was
You
a
know,
Wahlberger,
so the whole
Mm-hmm.
so the whole auditorium was was what 50 people,
Yeah,
maybe
there's probably-
maybe a few
and
more.
It's all parents and family.
It's kind
It
of
was
sad
so
because
fun.
when you look through there, some of the people are gone.
Mhm.
Like Chris's grandfather,
Yeah.
and then Gil's grandfather. And then
Yeah.
a couple others are gone.
It's
So
cool
it's
to
kind
see them there though.
and they look
Yeah.
fairly, a lot younger.
Yeah.
Obviously it's 20, well not 20, but quite a few years ago.
That memory is stored there forever.
Yeah.
Forever in the cloud. It's good
The
stuff.
wolf.
That was awesome. So yeah, we grew up. We've talked about a little bit like growing up in.
Yeah,
a
I
town
saw
of
that
300
podcast. How you
people.
guys
So
dissed Hater.
Hater, I love Hater, but I don't want to be there.
Yeah, it was.
I'm so thankful we grew up there because
Yeah.
it forced us to be creative.
And we don't actually live in Hater. We live in Norfolk, but our business is in Hater.
Yeah.
Now.
So what was it like for you guys growing up? Like, just give us each a quick history of where you were born and grew up and how you guys ended up in Hater or Norfolk.
Well, you're
Talk at
older.
the same time. Get it over with. Go ahead, Dad.
Well, like I was born in Santa Cruz, California, and my trip's a long trip to end back up in Hayter, Nebraska. But I was born in Santa Cruz, lived in Nebraska some, lived in Tennessee some, lived in Arkansas some, went back to Texas. My father was killed in a truck train accident when I was 12. My mom's parents were from Fremont, Nebraska, so she wanted to be up close because it was me and my two sisters and my mom. Then my mom met a gentleman from Battle Creek, Nebraska, who also had a son and daughter. They got married. And I just always liked, since I moved so much as a young kid, I always wanted roots. And so then I stayed in Battle Creek, Norfolk area. I mean, ever since I was probably 13, 14 years old, and I'm 59 now. So, and I met your mother. She was a student at the Christian college, and how she got there, she will tell you.
Yeah.
I lived in North Omaha. I grew
The
up there.
hood.
The hood. It was the hood.
Born in Omaha.
Born in Omaha.
You were in a gang.
And then after high school,
Mud wrestler.
no. After high school, I came to I went to Norfolk, Nebraska
For college?
for Christian college, which is now in Omaha.
Weird.
Yeah,
It ran away from you.
but I just liked that area. I didn't want to go back to Omaha.
It's pretty hip.
And then I met Dad.
How did you guys meet again? Was it a
Tinder.
setup? Tinder.
I had a roommate.
V1.
Is a mud
In
wrestling
college, I had
event,
a
so she
roommate.
was the headliner.
And my roommate, Chris, says, "You gotta meet this guy, Mike." I'm like, I don't know.
He's too
Sounds
short.
like an idiot.
Sounds like an idiot.
He's too short.
I did think he was a little short.
How much money does he make?
But,
Does he have a good job?
Hopefully, he
And then-
doesn't like the Dallas Cowboys.
and then that was like, I didn't meet him. So, like, time went on. And then my roommate, Chris, was engaged to be married. And Dad called to congratulate Chris. Chris
Whoa.
wasn't there. I'm like, she's not here.
That's weird.
Then we got to talking on the phone, went out to a movie that night, and married within 6 months.
What? An accidental phone meeting.
But it was a phone call.
I thought he hit on you at JCPenney.
Well, that was that time. She's like, you should go out with him, and then he came through the mall, and I checked him out, and I'm like,
Oh, that's
The reason I was at the mall
which
was
is funny
we were
because Dad
wired.
was a dime.
Dad, you were a
Dad,
hunk.
he was a
He was
hunk.
Are a
so
hunk.
good looking.
He's a
I mean,
hunk. He really was.
Was is a correct
Is.
word for that. It's been a
No.
long time ago.
You're still a hunk.
You're still a hunk.
You're
just
59 years old.
59.
Silver fox now.
A fox hunk.
Mm.
A funk.
A wrinkly hunk.
A runk.
Spelled with a W,
A
kids.
W-R-U-N-K.
I like that.
Runk.
I love.
There's a
I love
video.
made up words.
I know.
Those are great.
There's a video of me on my little tricycle. Jaden, you're just a little baby, and Dad's outside with his shirt off, and he's like flexing for the camera and stuff. And he has big like rim glasses.
I
but
still
they,
have them.
They look so hipster now.
That's cool.
But
Yeah.
he's a hunk.
He was.
blonde hair, tan.
Yeah.
Mom's like, Nah. Good looking.
I can do better.
I remember
I
her.
didn't
She
think
was
that. I just don't think I was wanting a relationship at that time.
she was looking at pictures one day. She goes, "Boy, where was he? Where was he that in them days? Where was I?" At? I think she forgot that I was okay until I got later on in life.
No way. You guys are both like really good looking for your age.
Yeah.
Aw.
There's a bunch of leatherheads out there your age,
I know. I saw a lady.
barely hanging
haven't
on to their
heard that.
skin.
I saw a
Leatherheads.
lady today and I said, thank God I use sunscreen and I
Seriously.
don't smoke because I don't want
They're
that
just
life.
walking paper bags, just every movement is shattering skin.
Oh,
Man,
my
can I
goodness.
make a pair of boots out of you?
You'd make a fine pair of boots, Missy. No, you guys are not boot material quite yet. Yet.
It's coming.
It'll come
Yeah.
for all of us.
Yeehaw!
Yeah.
Speaking of boot material,
But-
we need to get you guys to Nashville. Get you guys to move here.
I was like, we're here.
No, like
I
well,
think
Dad,
we're here.
You think you'll be able to retire soon, right?
Well, October 4th, I'll be 59 and a half, and that's when I can start drawing off my 401k and stuff with no penalties and such. But I really don't know. I actually got a call today when I was with Zach that a guy that worked out at Nucor where I worked for 43 years, and I asked him how he retired in April. I go, "How's it going?" He goes, "I wish I had my job back."
That's
Really?
So as a man, you know, I've been out there 28 years. It's hard just to unplug because all you know is work your whole life, you know. And now that you get to keep some of the money you make because you don't have the kids living with you anymore and hogging it all.
My bad.
It's kind of nice to.
I need a diaper.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I
Till-
get I
till
get a
18.
month's vacation, so you know
Yeah.
I don't know when I'll retire. I enjoy what I do. I feel good, so we'll see.
Yeah.
What is it you do? Drink coffee all day?
Well, I have to make
enjoy
it.
that.
I have to make it also. I take
Sounds like a rough job.
right.
He has to go. Turn on the coffee pot.
Just touch
3 scoops, 3 bottles of water. I got it written down. That's my formula.
Hey Alexa,
Beautiful.
make me some coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you'll know in the right time when it's time to go. And who knows where we'll be. I feel like I'll be here for a long time. I want to be here.
Yeah, I easily could be here for the next year.
Yeah. You have to be. You're on the leash.
I'm out.
You can't break the
No,
lease. I
I-
need you.
I feel like I'm gonna, now that I work downtown, and I think I'm gonna see Nashville for the good of it, not
Yeah.
like the dirty area.
Yeah, well, we haven't even gotten like involved yet.
Yeah, every
It's still
time you
so
make a
new.
move like that, you got to give it opportunity. You know what I mean? Because
Gotta
you
let
have
it
good
grow.
days, bad days. I don't care if you're in Hawaii,
True.
you know, so.
Yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, we'll see how it all goes. It's a cool transition in life where you guys are together in Nebraska and we're now living together again in Tennessee. So when you guys come visit one of us, we're all together.
I know. I
Yeah,
love that.
It makes
Awesome.
it great.
Rather than
We
two
talked
different
about that all the way down here.
Vacations.
Yeah, because you guys probably don't have to feel like. God bless you, sir, ma'am. You guys probably don't have to feel like you're picking a favorite or excluding someone because we're living together.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I mean, they have one.
No.
You
Me.
are. She's
No.
always been our favorite daughter.
That's why I tried growing my hair out. I wanted the throne.
That's why I shaved half of mine.
Zach's always been a really big Jaden fan because when we brought her home from the hospital, I'm sitting there holding her, and Zach's about 2 at that time, and I'm sitting there holding her, rocking her. He comes up, puts his hand on my leg. He goes, "Dad." I go, "What, son?" He goes, "When are we taking her back?"
Can we get a refund? Mom probably wouldn't like that. That's so
Yeah.
funny. I was not.
But you know, you asked earlier about you guys in videos and stuff. You guys were always a joy to be around. I
That's
mean,
awesome.
you guys always. I mean, rarely did you not get along, but you guys were just fun to be with. I mean, our family was always family because we liked being with each other.
And we
Yeah.
did everything together. I mean,
Because I had no friends.
you had very,
So this was it. You know.
you had
Your
very
only hope.
few babysitters. I mean, just, it wasn't, we didn't go out a whole lot. We did everything together. We went to the park fairs, carnivals,
It's a good thing
vacations.
you didn't get us babysitters. We were mean to our babysitters.
We used to lock them out of the house.
Yeah.
Oh, we did do
Handcuffed them
that.
outside.
We handcuffed a babysitter to a telephone pole.
And we also remember when we.
How did we do that?
Is this your confessions?
This is our confession.
This is your
Yeah.
confession.
Poor
We
Randy
abduct
May.
babysitters.
Confessions.
She.
Was it April or
Randy
Randy?
May and
Randy
April.
got
I think them
handcuffed, I
both.
No, Randy. We ran away.
Sorry, Randy.
She must have been
think-
panicking.
She
We
was
should have
probably-
paid
she
you
was-
more.
Or I
She
think
probably
we just
did her
locked
tone.
her out of your room, but she was
Okay.
trying to put us in timeout. And we were like, nah.
Nah, we'll fight it.
And then April watched me, you, and Jared and Kinsey. I think they were there.
Oh
And we
gosh.
handcuffed her outside.
Oh, who? April?
Uh-huh.
Sorry,
We were-
April.
I
were
also
clever,
punched
too.
her in the leg.
Yes.
She probably needed it.
Well,
Yeah.
she's hitting on my boyfriend.
Right.
Right.
Who was her age?
Right.
Right.
Which is several years
You
older
were
than
5.
you. Right.
She had a crush. She had a crush.
That's crazy. Naughty little kids.
That's right.
Like I said, you guys were just really nice
Just
to be
a
around.
joy to be around.
Nobody else wanted to hang out with you. You needed.
Don't
you
put the
needed
cuffs near us. Aside from that, we're good kids.
And then when you guys didn't have daycare, I stayed at home. I was blessed to be able to stay home and raise my kids at home, and I loved that, and I would never change that.
Mm.
All I'd do is take you to, like, I'd go to jazzercise, exercise class. So all you had to do is go to this little daycare with a big window where I could see you for 1 hour. And you guys would bawl and cry to go to there. We don't want to go to stinky daycare. You guys called it stinky daycare.
Well,
And I'm like, it's 1 hour. You're going. Get your socks and
I need
shoes
to do
on.
my yoga.
I need this.
Need to lose the baby weight.
Exactly.
Well, you lost it. You look good.
Oh,
You guys just did like a hardcore
yeah,
diet.
they're skinny.
You guys are
no, we're not
skinny kids.
skinny.
Not skinny.
You're at the full hunk level.
Oh yeah. We got a ways
We
to go.
had
Your mom always looks
we had a
great.
challenge with Mike's sister Roxanne and his brother-in-law Marshall, our best friends too.
Yeah.
And we just had this Body for Life challenge, which Body for Life is old. It's an old diet,
Ancient text.
and we did it together. And it was just kind of like helpful to have that challenge
Yeah.
because they're like,
Totally.
whoever wins has to pay for the others' hotels on vacation.
Oh, really?
Or the losers.
Yeah,
have to
mom and
pay.
Yeah.
okay, mom
So I'm
made
the
the bet.
loser.
Mom made the bet, so that we didn't know about. Well, Marshall,
We didn't know about.
Marshall lives on Mountain Dew and Ho-Hos. That's his whole diet. So then when he gets on this thing and he starts eating healthy,
Sheds it.
he's losing 7 pounds a week. He lost
Ev-
like 23 or 4 pounds, something like that.
We
in
lost
the month.
third week.
He's probably
And it was
so
a-
skinny.
Roxanne
Wasn't it
lost, I
8
think,
weeks?
15, and I think I did 14, and mom did. You did 10, 5. So.
You were already really healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
you
was. She
are
was. She was in the.
consistent workout
She's in the
person.
best shape of all of us. So.
No.
Yeah.
And then
You
are.
Roxanne was, because Roxanne works out too. So the two ladies were in the best shape. So us slobs had the better opportunity to lose some
Yeah.
weight.
I
Flew
feel
off.
like. Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
So that
I'm
was
really.
fun.
So are you gonna like continue to do
Yeah,
that? or just
actually,
back
we
to
only have
Ho-Hos?
our free days on Sundays,
Cool.
that's when we can have sugar, or we will have sugar and
That's awesome.
other junk. If
Jaden's
we-
been killing the workout.
Yeah, she looks
No.
fantastic.
You went like 6 days this last week.
Yeah. I try to go 5 days a week.
I remember just sitting here watching you leave, eating cookies. How your workout?
He's got a crumb
Gallon,
in his
gallon of
armpit
milk,
hair.
gallon of chocolate milk.
Bring back some ice cream.
I got a bucket here to catch my crumbs. Have a good day, kitty. No, you did. You're
No,
doing well.
I just-
Looking good.
I just realized recently, I don't know, I might have brought this up on the last podcast.
Who cares?
But when now that I walk super fast, because I just do, and when I'm in a supermarket and there's a person in a scooter because they're overweight, I used to feel bad for them, and now I'm just like, see ya. I'll get in line here.
Yeah.
I just feel like I've earned my health, so I'm not gonna feel bad for people that haven't. So
Yeah.
I love to
And I
see the
just wanna
people in
continue.
the scooters. And I helped this little old lady. She's in this scooter with her cane. She can't get the Ho-Hos off the top rack. You know, the double extra thick, you know, the 200 Ho-Hos.
Using the cane
and
to knock him in the
cane.
cart.
Sonny, would you get that for me? You bet, Grandma.
Hook her up.
You grab her whole wheat grain
Got a
bread.
few years left. Might as well enjoy them.
Yeah.
Grab the ho-hos, Gina.
Yeah, if they're old, I get it, but
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to get in a better workout flow.
you need to stop using those scooters at the supermarket.
I know. Gaining the pounds. Come pre-installed with ho-hos.
They've got that little tray up front. You can go ahead and open them up and start them.
Yep.
And just keep the box.
Well, I put my head at the end of the conveyor belt by the register, put a ho-ho on this end, and just let it slide in. My cheeks just grow. It's yummy. It's cool. We went to, we explored Nashville a little bit today.
Yeah.
While you were at work.
Yeah, tell me about it.
We went to a coffee shop called Barista Parlor or Parlor.
Yeah, it was so
I think it's
fun.
Parlor. Super hip.
Yeah, it
We
was so
were not
fun.
cool enough to be in there, but there's like big motorcycles in there. There's like a 60-something Mustang outside.
Yeah, it's kind of like a garage theme.
but it's
So-
really clean, like cool Edison bulbs, and they do like fancy like pour overs and stuff. But
Yeah.
we hung out there for a while, and it was really cool.
It was so nice.
I think someone told me, I don't know if this is true, but I think someone told me it was one of like a film location in the show Nashville.
And I wanted to do that. I wanted to see that, and we got to see
It was
it.
really cool. I hope they did that. It was a really cool location. I'll
Did
have to
you
take you
guys-
there.
Yeah, I'd love to. Did you guys drive by the Bluebird?
No,
Bluebird. What's the
that's
Bluebird?
in
Cafe?
Nashville too. That's
It's like
in
a
the.
little like live music venue.
Oh, cool.
Maybe tomorrow.
We need to go to Zanny's sometime. Well, is that where Theo
Zanny's.
Vaughn?
Yeah, two of my favorite comedians are gonna be at Zany's,
Oh.
which is only like a few minutes from where I work now.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
sweet.
Yeah,
That'd be
so-
so fun.
Yeah, we want to go. If
But-
I'm free, I'm gonna go. with
Yeah,
you.
they're there the same night, so it works perfect.
Yeah.
Is
It's
that
cool.
is that a big crowd? I mean, when you go in, is it hard to get a seat?
We've never been
I've
yet.
never been there.
Okay.
Theo Vaughn's popular though.
Yeah, and it's they get pretty big artists or comedians,
Performers, yeah.
performers, whatever they're. I think it's like a double decker, like
Balcony?
venue. Yeah.
I've never been to a comedy show. You guys have, right? You said you went to
Well-
Brian Regan.
Brian Regan. We went
Sinbad?
to Sinbad. Went to
Gosh,
jealous.
I love Sinbad.
who's one of the guys with the comedy tour? The four guys. Bill Engvall went to him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never watched a stand-up.
Well,
but I
we
know
live
who
in
he is.
Norfolk, Nebraska. Well, Johnny Carson,
Oh, he's from
king
there.
of comedy, is from Norfolk. He grew up. His hometown or his home.
His original house.
His original house is in Norfolk.
Yeah.
On North.
We drive by it all the
on,
time.
Yeah, on 13th Street.
Yeah.
I'm reading a book about him right now from his lawyer's perspective.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
So we have comedy festivals that are pretty big, and we have big names coming in to Norfolk
That's really
because of
interesting.
Johnny
Did you say
Carson.
Sinbad like talk crap on?
Oh my
on
goodness!
I would too. It's,
He dissed Norfolk so
I
bad.
love that.
I mean, he was just slamming our
That's
city.
great.
Well, our best place to stay is called Divots, and it's got a country theme, but it's real. It's like
Like
a
log
log cabin,
cabin.
really nice and
like hotel resort.
right. And he comes up on the stage, and if you don't know Sinbad, you should watch him. He's a black comedian. He's fantastic. And first of all, he comes out and he goes, "Well, they give me the best place in Norfolk. They say to stay," and he goes, "It's a log cabin." So he says he wasn't too impressed with that. And he goes, "I drove around Norfolk today." He goes, "I'll go ahead and go late tonight because you folks have got nothing to do in this community."
Yeah.
And he goes, "By the way, where you got all the brothers locked up?" Because I didn't see one brother in Norfolk. So
Yeah.
he's
so
he's
funny.
hilarious. He's really good.
We watched one of his specials.
Oh, okay. So
when
it's
we-
like
on our
what the
Christmas
90s.
vacation last year in South Carolina.
Oh yeah, the beach.
we stayed in like this beach resort and we were watching Sinbad and I was crying.
Oh my goodness!
That,
we
the way that
we
dude
cried.
moves is
He's
insane.
hilarious.
He's so tall and big and just he's
So
like
animated.
Got that
goofy.
sweat rag. He's
Yeah,
always
he's, like,
going to town.
Profusely
He's
sweating.
very family friendly.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? His humor is very good.
Yeah, anybody could enjoy it. I think.
Yeah.
If,
Yeah.
I feel like you have to laugh watching
Yeah.
him. He's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He
cool.
talks about diets and it cracks us up.
Oh, like
so
seeing food and it just goes straight to your
bad
butt.
because
Yeah.
we've been there.
Yeah.
We've tried every one,
Yeah.
and we're like with him. Like,
This is true.
yeah, he's
That's
like
always
talks
so
about
funny.
which diet where you get delivered your items.
Nutrisystem.
And so he tell him about the chips.
He said, "Well, what do you do when you get hungry?" And the lady goes, "Well, that's the beauty of this diet. What you do is you take the bag, you open it up, you take out a chip, you eat it and zip up the bag. He goes, honey, if I could eat a chip, I wouldn't be here talking to you. I open up the bag, I eat the whole bag.
That was so funny.
I'm so jealous you got to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was
he-
good.
I
he's
bet
really
you think
good.
he'll come here sometime or Atlanta.
I hope so.
Atlanta's not
How
far.
old do you think he is?
He's my age.
59.
150.
Do you
Yeah,
guys
he's
you
104.
guys remember when we went on the cruise together as the whole family? And
Us
we
and
went to
Sinbad?
that. No,
There was a-
we went to the
Hey, brother.
on a cruise, and there was a comedian there that was like Sinbad.
Yeah.
He was acting.
You
like
could tell he
Sinbad.
copied him. 'Cause
The
I
great
asked him.
value version.
Yeah, yeah. You don't probably remember that one.
Sin really bad.
They might not have went to that.
I think they were in there.
Were
'cause
they?
they didn't know. We were all in the back
I
in
guess
the
Sinbad.
family area.
That's cool.
I think then the other, I love Seinfeld. Never got to see him live, but I
Oh,
really love
I
Seinfeld.
love him
here.
too.
Oh, was it
No.
really?
Yeah, like the
Oh.
first weekend we moved, or like the weekend after or something, he was in here.
He has like
Like
every word like so structured and like everything hits so perfectly. I love
Yeah.
the way.
And he can fail on 14 jokes in a row, and he's still got people laughing.
Yeah.
He's just that kind of guy.
Yeah.
He's just so smooth.
His whiny voice gets me. I'm watching through Seinfeld right now. I'm on season 8, trying to finish it,
I'm
but
on episode 3.
it's so funny. I love that show. He's a terrible actor, but that makes it even more fun.
Yeah.
He's always smiling.
Well, isn't the show about him wanting to create a show and it's
Yeah.
actually nothing happening?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a show about nothing.
Yeah, I love
That's
that.
what
And
I
in
love
the
it.
show, they create a show about nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
So
some
it's like
episodes.
a Inception of
Yeah.
Right,
nothing.
they're doing the show. Their show about nothing is producing a show about nothing.
Yeah.
So
I
it's a
love
double
that.
nothing. So
And Kramer
So
is
goofy.
my favorite character.
my
I mean,
hero.
he'll come in the
Oh,
room
you
and I'm
just
just
shake it.
laughing because he's walking in. He's
Yeah.
just hilarious.
Cheer when he
I
opens
know.
the door.
I love him.
That episode when he's in his apartment and he's not wearing a shirt and he goes, "Are you in my apartment not wearing a shirt again?" He's like, "Of course not." He goes, "What color is your shirt?" "All right, you got me." And they're on the phone.
Yeah, you got me. I love him.
that's just a great cast.
It
I
is.
mean, it's just because I find myself wanting to punch George in the face. You know what I mean?
And that makes it good. 'cause
Yeah.
You feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the cringe.
He's so selfish.
Cringe City.
And I love Elaine.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
She's
I love how she shoves people.
Yeah, she's
like
so
she just
aggressive.
shoves them. Get out. And they're like, oh,
That's
door.
Lauren.
Yeah.
Beats the crap out of me. If you're out there, help.
And her boyfriend Putty. I love Putty in that show.
Is he there?
He's also
Let's go.
yeah. You're gonna be
Yeah.
going to hell. She goes, you should be wanting to help me because I'm going to hell. He goes, gonna be rough.
It's going to be rough.
He's just so stone faced, and that's the way he is. He's got his own show, something endearment or something like that. 'cause-
Something
Is he
engagement.
the Cusco guy? Is he the guy
He's
who's
a
like,
big
Go
guy.
I think
Devils?
so.
yeah, that's him.
Okay.
He's got the painted chest.
Yeah.
that's him. That's
Okay.
Putty.
Rules of
His
engagement.
voice
That's what
is
he's in
legendary.
now.
Yeah, he's a mechanic at some time.
Oh,
Yeah, he's in a lot of like animated. Like,
Yeah,
voices
yeah, he is.
for
he's
animation.
in open season as the
Yes.
Buck. Loved that. What else do you guys watch any shows or? Yeah, you love Marvel movies.
Oh yeah. it's
He's
just-
not a
hates
Martin.
Marvel
He,
movies.
Dad, like, we have TV Land.
Ooh.
So Dad went
Me
and got
TV.
a.
Oh, the free 99 TV. Tell
Right.
us about that.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, I get all the footballs channels, all them scores,
footballs.
all them channels, and then I get Me TV. I get to watch Hogan's Hero twice a night.
But the
Yeah.
actual device itself, explain.
Is
It's atrocious.
It's
a
antenna.
antenna from Walmart for
It's
$8.
shoved out the window,
It's
glued to the house.
right with tinfoil on it to draw the sun in to keep it warm, so it brings in a solid signal.
Right.
It's nice. And I bought the higher end one. It's $14. I went ahead and
So we don't
sprung-
have dish or cable. We just have that antenna.
And then you have the
So we have-
Amazon Fire Stick.
Yes. Then we have.
Yeah, like Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix,
Well,
Hulu
we share this.
downstairs.
So,
for-
well, Mom and I went someplace. I think we went to go see you in Lawrence, Kansas. We went to the Hampton Inn, like 100 channels. You know what we watched? Seinfeld.
Yep.
I get Seinfeld on my free TV twice a night.
That's on
So
Hulu
why
for-
do that?
Dad watches Andy Griffith every night.
Classic.
For $11.99, you can get the whole series downstairs.
Yeah.
Pick which ones you want with no commercials
But
and no
you
tinfoil.
need. Then if I buy them, I won't watch them.
Yeah.
I won't. If I buy something, we've got movies that aren't even open yet, because I got to
Yeah.
see it. To either we're gonna rent it or
I
something.
like Andy Griffith, and I'll sit there and watch that with him.
It is good,
And then
but I don't watch it.
what else? Oh, MASH will come on. I'll
I
watch
could
that.
never-
Hogan's Heroes comes on. I'm out the door.
I
Run.
don't even know what that
We've
is.
Yes,
got
I
Gomer Pyle now,
run. I don't know
WKRP in
why.
Cincinnati.
You live in
Perry
large,
Mason.
really.
And I've got
They
it
probably don't
made.
even know what that is.
I can
WKRP.
watch 4 hours of TV in the evening and not one curse word.
There you go.
Try watching that on regular TV.
That's the goal.
Can't see it.
No curses.
And I've seen every episode of these shows probably
They
10
curse in
times.
Seinfeld, don't they?
Huh?
Don't they curse in Seinfeld?
I think
Occasionally.
occasionally.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't.
But not
count then.
usually on MeTV. There's no cursing on MeTV.
Oh, they replace it.
No, there's none. I mean, Seinfeld's on a network. I get network
Oh.
TV also.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, I get all the 4
Sheesh.
networks.
living large.
I've got it made.
Damn. You guys are truly blessed.
Rolling in the deep.
Rolling in the channels. The good stuff.
Okay, well, what do you guys have for cable here? What do you got here?
Well, we have really good internet.
Yeah.
AT&T fiber internet,
Okay.
which is really fast. So we like on our Xbox, you have apps on there. Like it's similar to your Fire Stick, where we have like the Hulu app, Netflix app, Amazon Prime app,
YouTube.
and YouTube. I watch more YouTube than anything. Like there's specific people that I follow on there, and I just their videos are so interesting to me that I could just like. And there's hundreds of videos, so I'll just
Yeah.
like kind of watch it like a TV series. I'll start from their first video.
Oh, really?
And just like watch through and watch
I
them
haven't
progress.
found somebody like that to follow yet.
Really?
Like,
Me neither.
I mean, besides like certain ministries I like,
Mhm.
you know, but not just I don't know. I don't know anybody like that.
What about-
Except
what about me, Mom?
Rice Fire. I follow
Hey,
Rice Fire
we're in it.
podcast faithfully.
Thank you.
It's almost like she knows them.
I was watching them till it was confession time, and then I started to back off from watching. When it's
like-
confession time, I like to go in the other room because I don't want to know this about my kids.
I don't know. We haven't even done one of those
No,
recently.
we haven't.
The last
I don't expect you
confession
guys to
time
watch that
was
stuff.
we were spending our money on things important like fake IDs out of Russia, the bare necessities,
We all learn the hard way sometimes.
right.
sombreros out of Mexico.
But we've grown. The point is, we make mistakes, but
Right,
we become
fix
better
'em.
people through that.
It's true.
Amen.
the paddle and the ball on the rubber ball. Did you get that with the sombrero and then the
Oh,
fake
yeah.
ID?
Ding,
Right,
ding, ding.
right.
God bless.
Bare necessities.
Bare necessities. But yeah. So there's like certain channels that I'll like. There's a comedy channel that I watch, and I just started from the very beginning. And their first videos are like super awkward and really low quality. But then like currently they're like really funny and super good quality. But it's cool. I like watching people progress. Like TV shows have tons of money, so it's just like good quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like people doing it on their own, you watch them grind and create and become
Yeah.
better.
Sure.
And that's what I'm trying to do.
Yep.
So it's really inspiring to like
Yeah.
be. It's cool. Like you feel like you're a part of their life, kind
Mm-hmm.
Despise not the days of small beginnings.
Right.
It all starts there.
of keeping it going.
Yeah.
Just trying to create consistently good content, meaningful stuff. We were talking today at the coffee shop about just like I just want to make things that are not just for myself. Like I want to make stuff that other people can like feel encouraged by and stuff too. And I want that to be my career.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get there.
That's great.
With time. Time and a lot of work, but it'll be worth it. Or not, who knows? But did we ever as kids talk about like what we wanted to be when we grew up? Were we ever like that?
At first you were really into sports. Like
Yeah.
you were into basketball big time for a season.
I was obsessed.
Yes, obsessed.
You loved Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
He was your man.
It was. My boy.
Yes. And so I think you just really like that, that sports.
I've always loved competition.
And you were a good
Yeah.
basketball player. I mean, if you got a better opportunity in high school, but when you guys were in that small school, and you had, I don't know, you even had some girls on team just to fill the team. Both of you guys are really good athletes. And so, I mean, it's kind of a shame you didn't get to showcase your talents better in a more fair environment, but life's not fair. So,
Right. Yeah. And things turned out differently, but maybe it all happened for a reason. Like, I'm so glad I did not do athletics in college and like chose art instead.
Yeah.
I just remember you were the sixth man in one game, and then you had a really good game. Next game you didn't play. Next game you didn't play. I remember you coming home. You didn't understand it. Then one of the starters was hurt against my old school, and you started, and you led the team in scoring, and had a really good game. And you felt like inside you turned the corner to play more, and then you didn't play the next two games.
Yeah.
It just really wasn't fair for you guys. And Jaden was a really good basketball player at point guard, really good. I mean, she played more like a boy. She just had the ability to play without, she didn't have to think. She could just react and go, which is good. And she missed 2 basketball camps that summer. Once she worked at a high need place for some kids. Were they autistic kids, or what were they?
That week was Down syndrome.
Down syndrome. And then the other week they had a camp where you had a family cruise planned, so she missed both. And so after that, she never got another opportunity. Yeah. So, I mean, but she chose, I felt like, the right things. I think sometimes sports and stuff takes away from family.
How crappy is that?
Yeah.
I'm going to go work at a special needs camp for the summer. Well, you're on the bench.
Yep. That is how it went.
Should have showed up.
Right.
That's so lame.
But she chose the right thing, and it was hard for her. I mean, it was really hard emotionally for both you guys, because at that age, you don't understand that. And as parents, as your dad, I'm ready to fight for you, and it was something that I just had to kind of let go too. So
I remember going into my exit interview at the end of, I think, my freshman year or whatever for basketball, and I was planning on telling the coach, like, that was the day I was going to quit.
Yes.
And I was so terrified,
you were so
and our coach is like this giant,
and
like,
intimidating.
Not
beast
like
of-
muscular.
not muscular, just like
big.
like this big guy. And I remember telling him that, and I was just like, I've always been terrified of him. He was like never nice to me. And when I told him that, I was just
Because
so
you're
scared.
young, lean, and good looking.
Could be. My big old buck teeth and ears the size of satellites. But yeah, that was like the kind of the turn of the tide, change of the tide when it.
And then
embraced art.
all you wanted to do was come home and play guitar.
Yep.
I mean, really, you were just so focused with your music, even at a early age.
Yeah, that's when I got really into music,
mean,
and that has not stopped since.
Right, you were just focused. That's what you wanted to do. Jaden actually got more interested in drama, but she loved her friends so much, and her friends didn't do anything. Like
They were all cheerleaders.
yeah. So that she
I
just
just
kind of
stayed
stuck
home.
with her friends.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of
And-
confidence.
well,
though.
if things would have
Yeah.
worked out for you the way they should have, you would have been in sports, and you would have probably been. There was a couple state championships you would have been the starter on, because you were better than the existing 2 guard and the 1 guard.
Yeah.
But things just didn't go the way it should have went, because actually I think out of you two, you should have been the more the athlete, and he was the more the arts guy.
Yeah.
Totally.
And it just didn't, and there were some things I maybe could have done that could have changed it, and I didn't. And
Yeah, but then we don't learn if you do it for us.
Yeah,
And
made us
I
better
think,
people.
Yeah, I remember the year I quit was the year I gained a lot of weight in high school, and then I was mad I didn't go to basketball because I wouldn't have done that. But it's just things you have to like
Learn.
go through.
Yeah.
and-
they're tough.
Yeah.
And that's a tough time of life anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Zach, I remember you saying that we just talked about this. Like we were walking in the mall, like a couple months ago, and you're like, I said, do you remember when you worked at Orange Julius? Because you both did for Jim and Sherry.
Smoothie eyes.
I know, which is awesome. What an awesome family to give our kids a job.
Yep.
But like Zach's like, when I was in high school, I hated it. I didn't want to be there. I looked forward to the future.
I could not wait
Even
to
in, I said, even when you were like 16, yeah.
I remember.
I mean,
that too.
you had good friends, and you were
Good grades.
you had good friends and good relationships, but you you just didn't hang with them like.
Just wasn't the right fit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you
Of who I wanted to
looked
be.
for. You just wanted out of high school.
And then, well, we both had like the opportunity to go to the local community college for free, basically free degree. And I was like, I applied there and got accepted, and then applied to Evangel. And as soon as like a out of state college accepted me, I was like, I have to go,
Yeah.
have to leave. And it was the right
And
decision.
that's good. You both are very adventurous.
Yeah.
Jaden right away wanted to just be away from home. You know, and that's not a terrible thing because
No.
you're.
I
you
wish
know,
I think
adventurous.
I think it would have been better if I would have went my first year in Norfolk, and then moved after that to South Carolina. But
you were dealing with a lot of inward things that a lot of times that Zach would talk to probably Jennifer about. And then I felt like a lot of times you held things, you really didn't have anybody that you felt like you could talk to. I
Yeah.
felt like a lot of times you held stuff in that things you probably shouldn't have, but if we pressed it, you held it in further. So we couldn't
I'm
press
still
it
that
in.
way.
Yeah, and
That's
so
just a character flaw.
just it's not a flaw.
No.
It's just, I mean,
It's who
but
who
you
we
know,
are,
you're
and we
one of the
grow.
people that you could tell a secret and you'd never tell anybody. I mean, that's a great characteristic to have. So, but you need to have somebody. Everybody needs to have somebody in life that they can just talk to. And I know you tried that with a couple people, and they told other people. And
That's
so
the
that
worst. It
that
probably made
you
it
know,
worse.
yeah, it does. And then pretty soon you think, who can I trust? But I find that there's only one or two people, even at my age, that I feel like I can tell people things to. And the list is real short and has been most of my Christian life. But you got to have somebody that you can say, hey, I just need to bounce some things off of you.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah.
But here we are,
Here we are.
living
all
some
together.
dreams, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're healthy. You're working out. You just got a ballin' job.
And I really think like this is
So
how I
sick.
see it. Like your working out is a part of the athleticism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Like it's just a part of that. Like
Yeah. When we
I
were working out
really
the other
feel
night,
that. Like 'cause
She like is her like stances and stuff like.
yeah.
I like compare myself to her. I'm like, she's so much more athletic than I am.
Yeah.
Like, why can't I look athletic doing this? I'm like, I look like a noodle. Just like, and Jane's like,
Yeah. She's very athletic.
When I
and
was
that's
in-
a part of that.
My freshman year, we were supposed to lift weights for basketball, and I walked into the weight room, and I had Mr. Adams, who's our history/volleyball coach, and then Maddie. They were spotting me, and I was doing a lunge, like squat with the bar, and I fell. And after I fell, they picked the bar up, and it nailed me in the shin.
athletic.
Never lifted weights again until I was
And
like,
you're
That's
like-
humiliating.
I know.
I was so
It's
scared
scary.
to start lifting weights.
The first move. Flunk.
I remember when we played basketball when you guys were
Oh,
little.
this
It
is
was
awesome.
always you and I would be against these two to make the teams even. And I would tell you, if your mom had an open shot, just foul her. I go, don't give her an open
You
shot.
always encourage violence
Right,
in
I-
basketball.
right.
Oh yeah.
Well, I coached
No
her.
wonder I fouled out so many
Right.
times in high
You
school.
did foul out all the time.
And then
Aggression?
one other time, and so you're fouling your mom consistently, you know, and I would always yell, nice foul, Jay, nice foul, you guys take it out. So then the ball started, and you'd fouled your mom several times, and so I get the ball, and we had a pick switch, remember, because mom couldn't cover the pick switch, we'd always do that.
Yeah.
Over and over.
And
And she knew
so
it was
we
coming.
pick switch one time, and I was going for a layup, and your mom just comes over and just knocks me on the ground. And she stands above me and goes, nice foul, Jennifer. Nice foul.
I had it.
And she just standing
I
over
just
me,
had
just
it.
taunting me, you know. Nice foul, Jennifer. Nice foul.
That's hilarious. You're a beast.
I know.
What, did you guys lose 18-2 again?
Yeah, right. We kicked your guys' butts.
You never
Zach,
won. You never
I
won.
feel bad for Zach because as Jaden got older and so good, and I got older and so bad,
You weren't bad.
Just didn't improve.
it just yeah, exactly. that Zach was just frustrated
Oh, he would
having
get
to be
so
my
mad.
partner.
You get so
I'm trying to love my mom, but I'm like, Mom, you
Oh.
sack.
And then Zach got a lot better than I was, so it made it kind of even because you were a lot better than Mom, and he was a lot better than me.
It's
So
just
we,
us against each
I
other.
would love to do that again.
That would be fun.
yeah.
We should.
Just a bunch of broken knees and Jaden Duncan. We're all.
We'd be like, Mom and Dad need Ben Gay again.
Yeah, we played softball that one year co-ed, and your mom got us on a team, and you guys specifically asked us to quit playing because the house stunk so much like Ben Gay, because every muscle in our body hurt.
That minty
and
lotion.
And we're just playing softball.
All I did was
imagine if we was playing
I,
something
like,
I
hard.
don't even move that much.
I hit the ball, and ran from to first base, and I pulled something right in my thigh. The first.
Did you make it at least?
I made
Pulled
it
a
to
quad.
first base, but I pulled something.
I
so
gotta
it's
sit this
like,
one out.
yeah.
When they set up the batting lineup, I always batted ahead of your mom. And I always knew the weakness, because I played softball. There was a couple times I played between 80 and 100 games a year. Because I was single, played 3 teams. So I played a lot. I played for state teams, starting center fielder and stuff. So I knew the weak spots because they always have weak spots on teams. So I'd get up and I'd always hit the ball to the weak spot so I'd get on base. So I was always on first. Your mom would come up and just drive it real hard to the pitcher. And they'd always turn and throw me out at second. And one time she goes, "You need to run faster." It was my
I
fault.
love Mom's one-liners.
You need to run faster.
You need to run fast.
She's not wrong, Daddy.
Yeah, she wasn't. I was slow.
Get there.
Good coaching skills.
Oh God, that's crazy. That's so awesome. So let's talk about where you guys are now. What are you guys doing? What with your lives in a small town? We live in the country, but
You guys started a business, correct?
A new
Another
business.
business?
Yes. Well,
what's the current gig?
Well, Dad, of course, works at Nucor Steel, and then we own a little. It used to be a country store, little general store, and post office. So I run the post office right now.
It's like a room like the size of our kitchen.
Yeah, it's
real
very
small.
small.
It's so cute.
10 by 10.
Yeah.
I guess that's who it is.
Little post office. Yes.
I mean, whatever. Small room.
Yeah.
And then we're always trying new things. Always trying new
That's
things.
good.
So
Keeps
we
your life
started a kind
Exciting.
of like a wedding business with Mike's sister and brother-in-law.
Outdoor wedding rental stuff, chairs, pews, some other props.
Yeah.
So we rent out chairs.
What's it called?
It's called Something Borrowed.
nice. Very
We'd
creative.
like
Actually,
to-
your logo's nice.
Yeah, it's very pretty. And our
we would rather
nephew
have
Jared
something
helped us with that.
paid.
Yeah.
Pay.
Something
Something paid
borrowed
It's like,
Something
can
bought.
I,
paid.
can I borrow your pot?
Something purchased.
Yeah.
That's
But it's
cool.
been
rented?
good. I think we haven't
It's-
rented everything every wedding, but we've rented the pews out, I think 4 or 5 times this year. We've got 3 big weddings coming up.
Oh, good.
So we have like the old vintage wooden chairs and the
We just bought
white
200
chairs,
That's so
wooden
New
cool.
white
chairs
chairs, yeah. So
that are so pretty in
Everybody's
outdoor
crazy
weddings.
about that stuff.
if y'all are in Nebraska, I know you're getting married. And it's
Yeah.
our age.
Seriously, if you know a friend.
Yeah.
Seriously, these guys.
And the thing is,
will hook
call
you up.
everybody else around for their price, and call us, and we'll beat that price because we have jobs. We don't have all of our investments are paid for, so we can help young couples do better. Unless
Sponsored by something bar.
unless they're by family.
Want to
Then-
sponsor a young podcast? No, that's cool.
Then Mom and I are gonna go back and start building little playhouses, like that you
Like-
part your lawnmowers and stuff in the winter. We're
Like
gonna
the one
Like
we
sheds
told them about.
/ playhouse.
that
Yeah.
we grew up with.
Oh yeah, we did talk about the playhouse.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, just about like that. I mean, something
Just like little shed
Yeah.
sized.
Dad is
playhouses.
Dad's a handyman, a builder. He can,
Wish I got that skill.
he can construct anything. So
And then
we just
Roxanne and
thought,
Marsh want to
let's
help.
do it.
So
Yeah. I
That's
helped. Lauren and I had to hang up her nanny. The people she nannies for gave her an old TV.
okay,
And it was like a 42-inch or whatever, and she wanted to hang it on the wall.
okay.
So I was like, oh, I can help you do that. We go over there, and we set it all up. I
Yeah.
finally got it hung after like drilling several holes in the wall. 'Cause
Good.
she's like, I don't have a stud finder, but the TV will cover the holes. And plus, when we move out, I got plaster, so we'll be fine.
She plasters everything.
So I'm just like,
She's good at it, though.
to go straight through, pull out, do it a different
Oh
bunch.
man.
And finally I hit a stud. And then
That's good. You put it in a stud.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I did 16 inches, so I had 3 studs
There you
ready to
go.
roll.
Okay.
Get it mounted, my half. She's still working on her half. She goes, this one doesn't fit this TV.
No.
So
The
we-
mount.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Lauren.
like about
no.
an hour, maybe like 45 minutes. So I unscrew it, we put it back in the box. And she's like, I'll take it back later. So we go to Walmart, she buys another one, we bring it home,
Oh, no.
and it's bigger. So I have to find new studs.
No. That's hilarious. It actually looks nice though.
Yeah,
I
it's-
saw
Is it
Level?
in studs?
I didn't see any holes.
In studs, level, and it like shifts back and forth so she can like
Square it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That poor
But it
wall.
was so
She's
fun.
so funny about
And
that.
we
There's
like
some holes in the wall.
When I was hanging shelves in my room, she was here and I was like measuring like 16
Yeah,
inches,
yeah,
finding studs.
yeah.
So she's like, "Why are you doing that?" And I was like, "You have to put these in studs or it will rip through the sheetrock."
We have to put all my pictures and decor on studs. Like, it can be a little lightweight
A
plaque.
feather.
My mother
And
can
it's on
hang
a stud.
300 pounds on a needle.
Oh, Mavis.
Mavis can.
Dude,
I mean,
what
you'll
if we had
go,
Grandma and Grandpa on the
That'd be
podcast?
awesome.
Mavis can put 300 pounds, and your mother can go 200 miles on fumes on a gas tank.
That's random. It's
just,
random.
just comparing those
What?
two. Just comparing those two.
Gas.
Honey, there's no
fumes.
gas in the car. Of course there
I
isn't.
think he's
It's
talking just
studs.
about hanging on for dear life, really. Is what
Honey,
we're
you
talking
used
Okay.
my car today.
As soon as mom gets in a car, the tank's
I've
just
only ran out of gas
3 times.
twice
today.
while you guys were young. Remember the Jeep?
The
It
Jeep?
did not. The
Gas gauge didn't work.
gas gauge
Yeah.
We'll
She's pointing
excuse
at-
that
did
one.
not
We're gonna
work.
choose that because there's no sense putting
It was
any in
always
it, 'cause
on
you're
E.
not sure.
So I ran out of gas that day.
Whose fault? Mine.
No.
So grandma's
Mine.
needle is on the wall and mom's is on E.
2 needles.
And then once when we went to Pierce and you had to go to basketball practice, I feel so bad. You had to
Run.
run to basketball
Because
practice.
if I would have
No.
been late, I would have had to run.
Either way, you're running.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm
So
quitting.
bad.
How far did you have to run?
Far.
I ran from
Just about where Casey's at. You know the
17
library?
miles?
They moved
Far.
the library.
That's like 2
It's
miles.
about 2 blocks from the library. That
Yeah.
It was
new
about by
library.
the
That's uphill.
gym-
You know-
the
was it the auditorium?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not that far.
Oh, okay.
You know how
Still
come I
pretty
know? Because I have
hard.
to come haul gas to her.
That's so funny. Mom, you're a legend.
That was
Yeah.
It
good.
Scholar.
happened one time I was gonna miss the bus, and she got pulled over.
Did you get out and run?
I got out and ran, but
She would have just shot you.
we waited for the cop, and she's like, "My daughter's gonna miss the bus. She needs to run." And he was like, "Okay." So I got out of the car and I ran.
He's like, target practice. Stun gun.
There's some,
Man down.
Oh,
you know, talking about running
not
and stuff.
just a coat rack.
She's a thinker.
Do you remember when Zach got out of the car seat? You guys were going to Omaha happy?
Sorry. Inside joke
Right.
with me and
You're going to
Jaden.
Omaha and he gets out of the car seat and the cop pulls you over?
Yeah, they don't even probably remember this one.
Tell that story.
Let's hear it.
Well, we're driving from Norfolk to Omaha. We're going through Wisner, then West Point.
So boring.
Yeah. Well, Zach's into his Spider-Man comic books. Okay?
Webs
He's
all over the
reading,
car.
and he gets out of his seatbelt, and he comes up to the middle to show me a picture
Hey,
of Spider-Man. So he's in the back, gets out of his seatbelt, comes up,
Uh-huh.
and here I am driving, here's him.
Mm-hmm.
Cop
Pulls you over?
pulls me, turns around, pulls me over.
Where's Jaden at this time?
Jaden's in
trunk.
No,
Yeah, because our seats fold down, but you were in the
No,
trunk.
because we would just sleep in the trunk every
Remember
trip.
our
I
trunk
hated
would
road
come-
The
trips.
seat would slide
seat
up and you
would
could
come-
climb back in there.
Oh.
And she was
I
in
would
the trunk.
sleep
Like
between the
we made like this
suitcases.
pallet. I know, so illegal. I'm so sorry.
Confessions.
Yeah, it's not so
I'm
hard.
So
So
Jaden's
sorry.
in the trunk when the
This
cop's
is
talking
so
to you.
They
bad.
think we're bad.
So I am freaking out because Jaden's in the trunk.
That could look like you're abducting
Oh
her.
my goodness, it's so bad.
No, it's
so,
fine.
but this is
It's
awesome.
good.
Okay, so the cop gets out and he's frustrated and he's like, "Ma'am, get out of the car, please."
Oh no.
I'm like, "Zach, get back in your seatbelt." So I get out of the car. Thank goodness this is what happens though. I get out of the car and
He
I'm
walks up to
talking
the door.
him.
He walks up to the door and says, "Ma'am, I need you to get out of your car and come back here."
And he's
You're
yelling
on
at
the
me.
right side of the car. Jaden's supposedly in the
He's
left.
telling me how this is not good and keep your kids in the car seat or in the
Oh,
seat
that's
belt.
why I pulled you over because I was up there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your fault.
My bad.
Yes. And so
Okay.
I'm like, okay,
like to
sorry,
climb.
yes, sorry. And I did not know this, but while I was talking, all of a sudden I saw movement into the back of the car.
Oh,
Jaden gets out of the trunk and gets in her
She's sitting in the
seatbelt.
car seat and the cop
I
walks
thought we
by.
made it. I felt like we were
She
at
just
Mama's.
she just gets it, and the cop just kind of like looks like, oh, okay. Like he did
He
not.
thought, was she
Oh.
there?
Hilarious.
He did not bust that.
Sneaky little devil.
She got
Back in the seat, locked
in the seat, locked in, while the
Cop
cop
was
was yelling at me outside.
That's
But if he
crazy.
would, if I wouldn't have got out of the car, and he was disciplining me in the car, you would have come up from the trunk, and I would have been
She'd
in
still
big
been in jail.
trouble.
Oh, that's so true.
Whoa.
She called me at work one time and said,
Okay, let me just say this. From that day on, I always put you in car seat belts.
That's how we learn.
Except for the road trip to Kansas City when I sat in the back of the van.
One exception.
Don't remember that one.
I
That's
remember you called me at
crazy.
work one time and said, "Jaden's locked in the car." Remember that time?
Oh no, where's this going?
We were talking about raising the kids, how hard it was to raise them. It wasn't them.
Back.
It was the,
Oh my god.
The good times are over, Mom. You're on trial.
it wasn't her fault.
Change the subject, please.
I probably
No.
thought it was a game.
You're Jaden's having fun. Hi, officer.
He goes to unlock it and I'm like, just lock it.
Forget you.
That's funny. You still were and are the best mother.
Amen.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
We love you guys so much for
Thank you.
coming on the podcast.
This is fun.
Real quick, I need to shout out the company Fifine. How would you say this word?
Fifine.
Fifine.
Fine.
None of us know. Fifine. Fifine. Shout them out
Jane,
because
you should Google it.
I think it's a Chinese
Okay.
company, but they sent us. They sent me that microphone to review. Why'd you look over there? It's right in front of your face. They sent me that one to review. I reviewed it, and I made a really goofy, like, dumb review. I wanted to make it entertaining. And he got back to me and was like, that was, like, an amazing review. We loved it. Can we send you another microphone? So they sent me, this is, like, the more expensive microphone that they have. So that's the
awesome.
cheaper one. This one's a little more expensive. They sent me this one to review, too. I haven't reviewed it yet, but,
We have some ideas.
yeah, we're gonna make a, I want to do goofy, like, reviews.
I think Friday I'm available.
So we're gonna shoot a video for this one too. But thank you Fifine for sending the microphones. We really appreciate
awesome.
it. You allowed us to have our parents on the podcast in good quality audio. Hopefully it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I think it will.
Yeah. So thank you guys for being on the
Thanks
podcast.
for having us.
Did you have fun?
Thank
Was
you,
it
yeah.
was it weird?
Appreciate it. No, it was
You guys
really
did a good
good.
job.
It was
This
really
is
good.
awesome.
Yeah,
I'm glad
well-
to get some things aired out of my system.
Yep.
And throw the rest of you guys under the bus. It
Yeah,
worked out
thank
pretty
you
good
for
for
that.
me. Yeah.
You're very humble. Thank you so much for making us look good. We love you guys. We'll have you on again next time you come.
Yeah.
Sounds
we
good.
could do a podcast every time you guys come.
Sounds good.
Or when
Thanks
we come
for
see you, we'll
putting
bring your
up
stuff.
with us.
Putting up, no, you guys are great.
Putting up.
Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We do these on Wednesdays now,
Yep.
and
Wednesday.
we love doing it.
Inspire.
You can also listen on iTunes, Anchor, Spotify now. It's Google, everything. You
But
can,
watch us on YouTube.
YouTube's the best because you get to see the action too, the antics. So, have a good day. Do you guys have any final words of wisdom to leave the viewers with? Any life advice? You guys have all the great wisdom.
I just tell you this: it's just enjoy your children. As parents, invest in your children because you'll never regret it. I mean, them being in their 20s now, the roles have changed. You still got a little bit of dad and mom, but it's more friendships. And if you don't invest back then and discipline and do all you have to do back then, you don't have this. So invest in the kids, because nothing is more greater in this life than your relationship with Jesus Christ and your wife and your kids.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Mom?
Love you guys. Mom, did anything?
I just think, you never know, how much time you have. Spend it together and just be joyful, and live life to the fullest.
You heard it. Joy and love.
Joy and love, peace, blessings, happiness.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See you later.
Thank you.
You guys have to high five to end it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just buy the mail. I can't see you very well.
That's because he's turned around.
Where are we going today?
Animal Kingdom. Ow!
Here comes our bus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, you won. Ready?
Okay, we're going to Animal Kingdom
1, 2,
today.
3, 4. I declare some war. 1,
Here comes Animal Kingdom bus.
1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2.
Picture of the bus, Mom. Coming to get us. Guys, step back. There you go, step back.
Okay, we're at Animal Kingdom and some pretty birds.
Little each one.
There's some pretty kids too.
Every island's just a
There's a pretty kid.